Please watch the whole video. Fishing is one of humanity's oldest practices, with a history that spans thousands of years. Over time, the methods and equipment used for fishing have evolved significantly, reflecting advances in technology, changes in cultural practices, and shifts in environmental conditions. Here's a detailed overview of the history of fishing methods, the evolution of fishing equipment, and some of the most renowned figures in the world of fishing. 1. Early history of fishing. The earliest evidence of fishing dates back to the Upper Paleolithic period, around 40,000 years ago. Archaeological findings include fish bones and shellfish remains in prehistoric caves, suggesting that early humans relied on fishing as a primary food source. Methods. Early fishing methods were rudimentary, involving the use of bare hands, simple spears, and traps made from woven plant fibers or stones. These early fishers likely targeted freshwater sources such as rivers, lakes, and streams. Development of tools. Spears and harpoons. By the Mesolithic period, around 10,000 BCE, people began using more sophisticated tools like spears and harpoons made from bone, wood, or flint. These were effective for catching larger fish in shallow waters. The earliest known fishing hooks, made from bone, shells, or wood, date back to around 7000 BCE. These early hooks were simple and small, used primarily for catching fish in rivers and lakes. Around 5000 BCE, the use of nets became common. These were likely made from woven plant fibers or animal sinews and were used to catch fish in larger quantities. Traps, such as fish weirs and baskets, were also developed to capture fish in tidal areas or flowing rivers. 2. Evolution of fishing methods. Ancient civilizations. In ancient Egypt, fishing was both a means of subsistence and a sport. Egyptians used woven nets, hooks, and harpoons. They also developed methods like using fish as offerings to gods and fish preservation techniques such as drying and salting. The Greeks and Romans advanced fishing techniques, using larger nets and more durable hooks made from metal. They also practiced aquaculture, breeding fish in controlled environments. Fishing was depicted in art and literature, and fish markets were integral to their economies. In ancient China, fishing was a major industry. The Chinese developed various fishing methods, including cormorant fishing, where trained birds were used to catch fish. They also pioneered the use of bamboo rods and silk lines. Medieval and early modern periods. During the medieval period in Europe, fishing guilds formed, regulating the industry and ensuring sustainable practices. The use of boats became more widespread, allowing fishers to venture into deeper waters. Techniques such as longlining, using a long line with multiple hooks, and trawling, dragging a net through the water, were developed. In Japan, fishing evolved as both a livelihood and a cultural practice. Traditional methods like ukai, cormorant fishing, and the use of large drag nets, ami, were prevalent. The Japanese also perfected techniques for preserving fish, such as drying and fermentation, which later influenced sushi culture. The 18th and 19th centuries saw significant advancements in fishing technology. The invention of steam-powered boats allowed fishers to travel farther and catch more fish. The development of synthetic materials led to stronger and more durable fishing lines and nets. The industrialization of fishing led to the rise of commercial fishing fleets, which could harvest fish on an unprecedented scale. This period also saw the introduction of factory ships that could process and freeze fish on board, revolutionizing the industry. Modern fishing equipment. Rods and reels. Modern fishing rods are made from materials like fiberglass, carbon fiber, or graphite, offering strength, flexibility, and durability. These rods vary in length and type depending on the fishing technique, such as fly fishing, spin casting, or deep-sea fishing. Fishing reels have evolved from simple hand-cranked devices to sophisticated machines with features like drag systems, gear ratios, and anti-reverse mechanisms. Reels are essential for managing the fishing line and aiding in the retrieval of fish. Fishing lines and hooks. Modern fishing lines are made from synthetic materials like nylon, monofilament, fluorocarbon, or braided fibers, each offering different properties in terms of strength, stretch, and visibility. These lines are designed to suit various fishing conditions and target species. Fishing hooks are now mass-produced in a variety of shapes, sizes, and materials. Innovations like barbless hooks, circle hooks, and chemically sharpened hooks have improved catch rates and reduced harm to fish. Nets and traps, these are widely used in commercial fishing. Gill nets catch fish by entangling them by their gills, while trawls drag a large net through the water or along the seabed to capture large quantities of fish. Modern fishers often use electronic fish finders, which use sonar to detect fish underwater. These devices can display the location, depth, and sometimes the size of the fish, greatly enhancing fishing efficiency. 4. Top fishers in history. Isaac Walton, 1593 to 1683. Isaac Walton is considered the father of angling due to his famous work, The Complete Angler, first published in 1653. This book is a classic of English literature and provides a detailed account of fishing techniques, the joys of angling, and reflections on nature. Walton's book has inspired countless anglers and is still in print today, influencing the sport of fishing for centuries. Ernest Hemingway, 1899–1961. The renowned American author Ernest Hemingway was also an avid fisherman. His love for fishing is evident in his works, particularly in The Old Man and the Sea, which tells the story of an epic battle between an old fisherman and a giant marlin. Hemingway's portrayal of the sport captured the imagination of readers worldwide and highlighted the skill, patience, and respect required in fishing. Captain George Goose Guidry, 1940–2010. Captain George Guidry was a legendary figure in the world of sport fishing, particularly in saltwater fishing. He was known for his deep knowledge of fishing techniques and his ability to catch trophy-sized fish, especially in the Gulf of Mexico. Guidry was a pioneer in using innovative fishing techniques and equipment, and his expertise influenced generations of sport fishermen. 5. The impact of fishing on culture and economy. Fishing has played a crucial role in the cultural development of many societies. It has influenced art, literature, and folklore, with many communities developing rituals and traditions centered around fishing. In some cultures, fishing is not only a means of survival but also a spiritual practice. Fishing is a vital industry worldwide, providing food, employment, and income for millions of people. In many coastal regions, the fishing industry is the backbone of the local economy. However, the rise of commercial fishing has also led to overfishing, which poses significant challenges to sustainability and marine ecosystems. 6. Modern challenges and the future of fishing. One of the most pressing issues in modern fishing is overfishing, which has led to the depletion of many fish species. This has prompted the development of sustainable fishing practices, stricter regulations, and the promotion of aquaculture as an alternative to wild fishing. As technology continues to advance, fishing methods and equipment will likely become even more sophisticated. Innovations in areas such as robotics, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology may revolutionize the way we fish, from precision fishing to the development of synthetic baits and smart nets. Conservation efforts are increasingly important in ensuring the future of fishing. Marine protected areas, catch and release practices, and sustainable certification programs are some of the ways that the fishing industry and environmentalists are working together to protect fish populations and marine environments. The history of fishing is a story of human ingenuity, adaptability, and a deep connection with nature. From the rudimentary methods of our prehistoric ancestors to the advanced technologies of today, fishing has evolved significantly, shaping cultures and economies around the world. As we look to the future, the challenge lies in balancing the needs of a growing global population with the imperative to preserve the health of our oceans and fish stocks. The legacy of fishing is rich and complex, reflecting our enduring reliance on the bounty of the sea. Thanks for watching the video. If you find the video informative, please provide the feedback in the comments box, click the like icon, and subscribe the channel.